A goodly evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Civilization 5. And today, you join me as we try to finish off our War of Rome. Yes, Kumai over here in the mountains is, well, it's sitting on 20 aluminium and very much blocking the north. So, we're going to take that over. We'll probably try and keep it, actually, because, yes, it might just give us an extra buffer. It's pretty hard to get through there. And that will certainly help us going forward. What else are we doing? Well, we're going to leave the Swedes to rot in the corner here. And, well, we're going to ride on Indonesia today. Because they've kind of got Machu over here. And yes, we're going to give that back to the Incas. That would be marvelous. Now, we got Cusco, but we will give Machu back once we've taken that. I can see they've got quite a few troops, but they're on musketmen. And we've just got Great War Infantry. Yeah, Santa Claus will be gunning you down today. It's going to be marvellous. So, that's kind of the plan. And we do have Indonesia in the New World. And I've noticed, because of their special thing, they have nutmeg here. This counts as a capital of sorts, so we can't actually raise it. But that does mean that we get the nutmeg, which is lovely. And Santa does love nutmeg. It's a very, very festive spice. We'll be going for that very soon too. So, we will go for both of these. Probably this one first, so then we can liberate the second one and try to remove our warmonger penalties, because we seem to have annoyed pretty much everybody at this point. So yes, Silk Stockings is about to get a harbour, and with the city connection, that should help us a little bit. Roads are coming here, so we'll get city connections between these two. That will be grand. Although I can see Indonesian missionaries. Not sure how long until that war, but it won't be that long. Need to be careful. I don't want their missionaries landing. Although having said that, we're pretty close to a great prophet ourselves, and we can send him over and just take everything. To be fair, though, we probably only need to go in some missionaries over here. We want the great prophet probably to go and do the hard work of removing the other religions. Yes, marvelous. So we will. Well, we'll get on, I suppose, because we've pretty much done everything this turn. Flora. Oh, yes. Yes, he's getting annoyed at us, but you were trying to get rid of furs. We like furs. We have furs. Okay, they do want peace. And they are going to give us Kumai. Well, I suppose that makes sense. I suppose you might as well have your gold too, though, sir. Unacceptable? Oh. Does he not want to do that? Whatever. Well, you know what? I'll take it. I will take it. Can we have embassies as well? Very well. Consentio. Indubitably. Now, the big problem here is it's quite big, isn't it? Indeed it is. I don't really want to raise it. It's not huge. Let's just view it really quickly. So, Kumai, 11 citizens. That's probably about as large as I probably want it to be anyway. Don't need it much bigger. Well, we'll create a puppet for now. We'll let the unblessed go, but that'll be 10 turns, so that's a while. Happiness gone down to 11, so we need to be careful about that, especially if we go to a war very soon. Let's get ourselves a road. Got some workers around, haven't I? They should be popping over in that direction very, very soon. I've not got nearly enough things like academies down on this game. A bit annoying, to be honest. Kind of blown it a bit in that front. But oh well, it's fine. We're getting to the point of the game where our science is very, very strong anyway. And yes, we're doing pretty well, all things considered. We go on to F9. You can see here that we're fairly high up overall. Approval's just come down, of course. Money is definitely something we need to be working on today, because we have a decent population, crop yield, manufactured goods, land and soldiers, and literacy. But yes, we have a slight problem with the money. Money is not great, and I'd like a bit of extra money to pump into my new cities. So let's remind ourselves where we're going on the tech tree. Yes, refrigeration. Interesting. Yes, I'm tempted by this just because it gets us over to submarines. Might be useful, but I don't think actually I'm going to want as much sea power as I think. Because Venice are probably both the only people who are friendly with me, so I might hold off on that war. Go for biology, certainly. Then I think we're going to head land ships. That'd be great. You know what, let's go over to destroyers very soon. We need to get through these techs along the bottom. I wouldn't buy the Brandenburg Gate. I'm quite tempted by domination at this point. We could win a science very easily and not bother with all this conquering, but at this point I kind of want to, yes, I kind of want to have a lot of fun with all of the madness that is war. Yes. So we might build ourselves towards war. We haven't really got a huge amount of the war wonders, but we have over in Stockholm taken over. What have they got here? I'm sure they had something. Was it not here? I think I'm getting confused. All is fine anyway. No, it's Cusco. Cusco has the statue of Zeus. So yes, that certainly will help us, won't it? That is something. But yes, we will have to have a plot around the map here. Get our road connections, some silk stockings. That is perfect. And this guy over here. Oh yes, just keep moving along. Get some farms, keep this place growing. This place is an absolute powerhouse, I think. A lot of hills for production. It's a shame it isn't by the sea. Wouldn't mind getting some more sea production out. We are going to get a couple settlers though. Ironclad, do your job. Yes, and I want to go and settle up towards the sugar. Maybe just on the river here, although I don't really want to kill those animals. We will see. Yes, we'll pick a spot later, but we want sugar. And I wouldn't mind having a spot over there. I might get a city over here on the ruins as well. But let's go and take the ruins. Check nothing's over there. And meanwhile, we are just clearing out these camps because we're getting our trade routes plundered. And as we're down, yes, we are down to 3 out of 5. And that's because our cargo ships are getting sniped off. So we're going to continue with the ironclads over here. And you, sir, can just go and stand there. You've just been thrown across the border, haven't you? Yes. Okay, what are these chaps doing then? These lancers need to, I suppose, move back. They've actually eaten my fort. That's a bit annoying, isn't it? Oh, well, yes, well, Lancer. Lancer. Well, you're here to do some plundering, potentially, aren't you? That's your job. You, sir, Great War Infantry. You stay in the city. That is fine. We will keep a Gatling gun on this border, too. And, yes, you head over in this direction as well. Cannon. Now... I don't think we need any more troops on this side, but maybe we'll send one towards Stockholm because there is a bit of a gap here where the city used to be. We want to make sure it's protected. It's a very open plain over this way and I don't like it. So over here we need to repair the road and connect Stockholm up with it. So that's a bit of a problem with our money. We're paying for all these roads and currently we're not actually connected to a huge amount of our cities. It's only really these main ones over here. These main four, actually. Only these 4 that are actually connected. The rest will soon come. Got a few things to repair now, haven't we? A bit too much destruction last time. We are still at war. I know, yes. Have ourselves a settler. Marvellous. Marvellous! Yes. Yes, that's why we keep good care. And there's a privateer as well. I need to be very, very careful. Yes, we'll send our settler over here, because I can see the Ottomans have already settled my spot, but it's alright. Although the city's invisible, sort of. Oh, it's very small. We will take them in good time. We'll take them over. Yes. This is a very strange city. It's just kind of there, a bit of extra faith, really, and just gives us a bit of a more bulgy border over here by the hills and the mountain. So it's not brilliant in itself, but from a strategic point of view, at least pushes our border a bit further forward, gives us time to protect Stockholm, which is a bit more of a powerful big city. It's an old capital, probably the weakest old capital in the game because it never got any wonders, but no, not too shabby. Not too shabby indeed. So we'll send our Gatling gun over to the city there, and whilst I'm not expecting an immediate attack from the Ottomans today, I wouldn't be surprised if one does come. So we need to think about a few forts and fortifying up this border here. I'm kind of tempted to use my great general to plonk down a citadel, perhaps around about this area to kind of block off people. But we will have the Incas as a buffer state very soon, once we deal with that war situation. So, yes, that's worth thinking about, isn't it? If you two swap it around and get the horses into various positions, maybe send the horses around here. That'd be lovely. Yes, so we'll get our chaps into a kind of general position, so we're ready for war when we want to get to war. Gatling guns, lovely. How far off are we from things like machine guns? I can't remember where they are. Along here somewhere. Well, they're on Priora. which is over here. Interesting. Yeah, so we want to kind of go a lot more on the bottom of the tree very soon. Albeit atomic theory, we obviously do want to go for that before too long. Got to consider that thing. But yes, get to artillery. Make sure any future war, the next war, the first war of artillery is always a key one in Civ, I find. You want to be reaching... I tend to find out at this point of the game, I have generally been ignoring the bottom of the tech tree. And this is suddenly the point where I just put all my effort, once I've got to radio, all my effort into getting artillery. That way, hopefully, any war that happens, you get artillery and you surprise the enemy. It is marvellous. So we'll see if anything interesting happens. That is a terrible, terrible deal. We want sugar. Yes? No? No. Apparently they don't want to actually do any sensible business. I think nobody likes us anymore. Bit of a problem. I have lots of salt to give people, though. I might just start giving people salt. City connection established. South Pole and Uppsala. Lovely. We've just finished that last bit of road over here. That is ideal. Okay, and can we get ourselves a fort over here? Not a particularly useful tile. Cannon, yes, cannon. You do need to start moving over here. Perfect. And let's get you onto this position here. Marvellous, marvellous. So you go down to the hill. Gives us a sort of position to run around when eventually the war happens. And you, sir, go there. Gives us a bit of a little sight of the town. No walls. This might be quite easy to take. It's very small. It's got no walls. Nothing too tricky here. Great profit. That is perfect. Now, mistletoe is getting a lot of pressure. It's slightly more mine at the moment. But I might just leave that one. I might start sending my men on my great profit in this direction. And start taking over some of these. Albeit... But actually, maybe Cuzco is a better day. No. Send it this way. I've changed my mind, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He hasn't taken his orders yet. Ooh, that is not good. What happened to my ship? Oh, that's not good at all. Oh well, hopefully that's all fine. It occurs to Santa that he hasn't renamed these cities. So Stockholm is next to our great city of Mistletoe. But to fit in with the way things are going, I think this will now become To Missile. Yes, I think that might be the only way of naming that city. So, what else do we have here? Uppsala. No. This is the great city of Eggnog. Marvellous. Eggnog with all of its great fur. Lovely. And finally, we have Cuzco. This is the great city of Awesome Beard. Yes. Awesome Beard. Perfect. Yes, so at least we've renamed those cities at long last. And we have a settler up in the north up here. And it turns out we have very much just beaten the Ottomans to it. So we've found a new city. I need a new city name for this one, though. I haven't got a fourth name in mind right now. Yes, unfortunately for them, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, so I don't think there's anywhere they can settle. I think 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so maybe there's just about a spot. They can probably throw themselves maybe right in the middle here. But honestly, we've just really maximised the positions of these three cities over here. So we will get Edinburgh. We start at 4, which is lovely. Carnival's is going to hide over here by their port, their harbour, with their lovely cannon. Yes, we're a bit lonely over here. I think there is an ironclad coming to one day reach us, but for a while be a bit lonely. Yes, good timing. We've just managed to get Edinburgh. Of course, the city is definitely going to be a better one, but this one isn't too bad. We're going to have a bit of aluminium. We've got some hills. We've got the pearls. Pearls are definitely wanted in a couple of cities. You would like cotton. And there's a couple of cotton. Yes, Awesome Beard would like some pearls. You would also like cotton. Cotton's high on my agenda, I think. Pearls as well. This is good. We will get ourselves... No, leave you. Leave you alone. Still sugar, and you're sugar as well, aren't you? Yes. Sugar, pearls, and cotton. Well, that's quite nice. There's a few things we can do. The problem is, we've also been denounced by Venice now as well. Yes. Everybody hates us now. He's really angry about that whole... Yes, about that whole business. Oh, for Pete's mahogany table. We can't do anything anymore. Ah, ridiculous. Oh well. Shame, 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 shame. What do we want over here? Let's get a monument nice and quick. Do we have enough money for a workboat? No, our money's improved a little bit from the start of the episode. We've managed to get our city connections built up across the empire. We now have coal for Christmas, hooked up to silk stockings, and they themselves have a harbour. We've now got ironclad and our frigates kind of just around the ocean so that we can defend our lovely, lovely peoples. What have we got over here? Prague. Let's just go and explore a little bit. Yes, so we got them kind of defending against potential attacks. The problem is this island here. We need one more ship, which will probably be this ironclad over here. Bring that over to guard. But we probably need this ship soon to go and deal with these guys 4 turns. Okay, now the plan is this, ladies and gentlemen. 14 turns until the next World Congress where we pick the leader. So, ignore the phone going off there in the middle of the recording. Yes, 14 turns. And in those 14 turns, we need to do a few... What are you doing with that settler, you mad, mad fool? Yes, those 14 turns, we need to go and free Machu, so the Incas will vote with us. Now, if we get those votes, that will push us up to, I don't know, they'll have 4-ish, 3 or 4. They'll push up to 8, they have 10. So if we can take one of their city-states, we might just be able to win the vote. So that's kind of what we're looking at now. Yes, marvellous, marvellous. Okay, so we are just about getting our roads done here. This is the last bit of road needed to be built. And yes, the road hasn't popped into existence actually on the map, but it's there. Honestly, it is there. Now, I would like to go and build a fort over in this direction because I feel like the Germans are likely to attack us eventually. We do have some troops over this side. We have, yes, 1 infantry, 1 rifleman, and we have a horse lad over here, Lancer. So we have a few troops. I've noticed, though, the Romans are at war with everybody. The Indians, the Ottomans, who else? The Indonesians. I think everyone has just attacked them. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. We will chop down the forest over here in the meantime. We must not remember to chop too much down because Mazakar will become ours. It doesn't have anything else other than the nutmeg, so be careful with that. We have 6 food. Wow, that's amazing. Oh, well, a few of those will die when we take the city soon. But be careful it doesn't get too strong. But we've got some ironclads and frigates, so they will help us as we go to take that city soon. Oh, well. Yeah, so we're building up to that. We need a bit of time to make sure we take the city. So we're going to have about 7 or 8 more turns of build-up. Then I reckon in about 5 or 6 turns we'll be able to take Machu. As long as they don't upgrade musketmen. We have some Great War infantry. And yes, you might just want to send 1 or 2 more units in that direction too. So you go over to Eggnog. Spread our lovely religion over to those peoples. That is lovely. And over to Awesome Bed. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So we'll start spreading our religion more and more in this direction. Our religion is getting stronger now. Certainly it's pretty strong in our core over here. We have an awful lot of faith, don't we? Right, I think we're going to stop at the Great Prophets. Missionary, 600. Alright, this would be grand. And you, sir, can continue to go and deal with this chappie over here. Rifleman onto that spot. And the archers are finally coming home. Oh, that is marvellous. Yes, come home, my chaps. I say that, don't go home. Actually, go over here and make sure that the new settler has got some kind of defending. We'll go check what that is over there. And yes, if you haven't noticed, I'm not sure I pointed this out, the Turks do indeed have a city up here. Not the worst spot in the world on a river. Tons and tons of resources over this direction. Can't blame them. Not too shabby. Now, realistically, building all these cities isn't really the best plan, but Santa just wants to do it. Just wants to just have ridiculous amounts everywhere. Unfortunately, it seems the vote for world leaders happened a little earlier than I thought. Yes, it's happened at 10 turns to go. I might have misread that. Oh well, we're just going to vote for ourselves for now. And really just get on with life. That's a bit unfortunate. We do have a settler, but our happiness is very low at the moment, so we're not going to settle straight away, but we'll get him into that kind of an area. Silk Stockings can get working on something else instead. You know, it's probably something for happiness, actually. If we get ourselves a Colosseum, that'd be lovely. Marvellous. And we might need to get ourselves, yeah, something longer term too. Circus. Perfect. We might need to invest in these things for a little while. Yes, another Colosseum over here. Not too shabby. Now, we are nearly at the point where we want to wage our war anyway. So, what are we going to do? Oh, no, let's just get our random thing sorted. This is irritating, isn't it? Well, we might as well get that. It does a bit of happiness as well. So, yes, we are obviously very close to starting our war over here. We're just going to see if we can antagonize him, if we can get him to wage war with us. Yes, he is quite hostile to us right now. His nutmegs and cloves. Oh, we need to do that. Let's discuss. Don't touch the cities near me. Stop spying on me. And I'm going to demand nutmegging and cloves. Don't be a fool. Oh, hopefully he's going to get annoyed and attack us. That'll be fun. Slightly less warmongery if we get attacked, I suppose. Anyway, yes, we're largely there. What I would like to do is get my ironclad here. So I just need to get my missionary over here, and he can escort the missionary over to Chestnuts. That'd be marvellous. And of course, we want to protect our trade routes and just keep an eye on these units. My frigates, yes, just going to watch them. I've got this ironclad to go and attack the city. I could probably do with a unit or two, though, so we'll get these guys coming back around. I have managed to have a coup in Buenos Aires. This is mine now. So I have one more, yes, one more on my side. But unfortunately, it's not really enough for now. Get rid of the farm. Get ourselves a lovely mine. 20 aluminium. Turns out Kumai wasn't a bad place for a city after all. Let's keep chopping down all the forest over here. That's a big grand. Just keep giving us production, that part of the world. And yes, over here, we can get our boat into there. Lovely. We really need a workboat, though. If we purchase a workboat, next time we can hook up the pearls that make two of the cities into Love the King, Love Santa the King Day. And then that'll be marvellous at the happiness as well. That is grand. Just grand, yes. Pillage that, give us a bit of money. Yay! And swing over there and pillage that too. Just pillaging the old city lands now, it's just fun. So we'll head this guy back over here. He's been doing a bit of scouting. The attack on Rome has ended. The Ottomans have stopped anyway. I don't know if anyone else is sending troops over there. I haven't really seen any other units yet. But yes, we've got quite a lot of units ready over here now. But although we are going to send this lovely chap in this direction. And you swing over there. That will just be marvellous. Gaj Bahadur has attacked. It is time for the war then, and we need to start moving our men forward. Sir, you march forward. You do the same. In fact, you go quite far forward into there. You, sir, get into cannon range. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And you, sir, swing into that position and just hold your ground. Yes, it'll be marvellous. Cannon. Start taking aim. Now over here, what have we got? Yes. So we could start pillaging, but you know what? We'll just attack them to begin with. And we'll bring this chap up towards the border too. That'll be grand. We've got bank and an armory over here. Yes, we need to go and take that out. Now over in this side of the war, we are just getting our troops together. And yes, this guy's just really exploring. Honestly, he's not doing very much at all. But you know what? It's fine. We've got a cannon in 2 turns. We've got some great infantry. And we have ourselves several ironclads. This one's just gone and smashed up a trade route, which is lovely. So we can go very soon and smash them up. This is a coastal raider, as is this chap here. So that is grand. The frigate going. Frigate in 4 turns over here as well. We are pretty much ready to go. Yes. Ah! Vilnius and Mogadishu are now at war. Oops. Sorry, guys. My bad. You, sir, keep on travelling over there. Now, not quite sure we're going to build this city, but we need to get the sugar, so we'll go and do that. I really should be sending one of these elves over there to help with the chopping of the trees. Robert E. Lee! No, sir, we don't need you right now. We'll go into this chap over to the forest. And on this particular occasion, this chap over here can just hold ground. Yes. So you, sir, likewise do the same. I don't actually... Not over here. I don't think they have any troops, but we will just be careful about that. Not 100% sure. Right. Next turn, we'll see if anything interesting happens. Oh yes, archaeologists have started to be sent out around the world. In fact, on that note, I think we just got the Brandenburg Gate available. Perfect. Yes, so we will do that. In fact, actually, is that not something we maybe would like in Mistletoe? Maybe it is, you know. Let's have a little look how long that will take there. Brandenburg Gate, 12 turns. You know what? We will just stick with the South Pole for now with that. Get that done. Swing that to the top. Production focus. Marvellous. So, you, sir, do that. Archaeology. We'll have us as an artifact. No point of leaving anything over there. Perfect. Right, so let's sort this out. A unit was killed. Oh, well. Musketman has taken him out. It's a shame. Where are you going, sir? Don't like the look of that. So, promotion over here. That is grand. Ooh, bit of medic wouldn't be bad, would it? Or maybe some cover. Not sure. Right, you search the city. So move there. And yes, you move into that kind of a position. Shoot him down, that'd be grand. And you still need to kind of get yourself prepped. Yes, they've kind of attacked from over that side, haven't they? You just need to kind of pull out onto the fort over there. And we can send this chap in over here as well. Lovely! So, ooh, where do I want you? Probably there-ish. Yes, and onto the musketmen. Perfect, so you can give them all a little boost around you. Perfect! Perfect, perfect, perfect. So we'll keep on plodding around down south over there. Keep on... We need to be careful about chopping forest down at the moment because they are at war with us. I don't think they actually have any units here. So you, sir, go and start hitting the city. You can start pulling in that direction too. And one turn away from the cannon. We might not need it, but we'll see. Yes, you can have a shot and pull away. That'd be grand. Not interested in any of that. New unit needs orders. Well, Robert E. Lee, you can just stay there. That's not a problem whatsoever. And you, sir, I have no idea what you're doing. You're probably going to build us some forts, actually. Yes. We have one fort there, which currently they've occupied, but that's fine. I'm not too worried about that. Maybe we'll plonk one down over here. Something like that. Now, over this side, the camels can just settle down. They can chill out. You, sir, ironclad. You just get ready to charge in next turn, I think. We'll just alternate that and make sure that they survive. You shoot them. It'd be marvellous. Bit of war. Nothing wrong with a bit of war, eh? And ironclad. Oh, you arrived! Well, that's lovely, isn't it? Marvellous. Well, you go over to Edinburgh. And over here we have ourselves missionary on his way over to Chestnuts, which is just marvellous. Ironclad's going to defend it. It's just what we need. And over here we've got a last bit of exploring. Zanzibar don't like us anymore. It's a bit of a shame, but not the end of the world. You, sir, head over here and we can go deal with them. So, ooh, you just killed it. They killed the cannon. I was afraid they might do that. Oh well, it's not a problem. All is fine. Cleared that out. That will please Valletta. There's lots of things happening. What happened? Ah, the Brandenburg Gate. Okay, well, they're a bit ahead of us with that. It's a bit of a shame. Not the end of the world, mind you. But a bit annoying. Right, shoot at Machu. I think what we need to do now is just kind of hold these lads in position, essentially, whilst our cannon does its job. We shouldn't really have let those two cannons get shot down. That's the problem with this little situation. Did I just see a... Yes, I think that was just actually, no, let me really consider. Let's pull this one out. Yes, you, sir, pull out over to there. Very good. You get a shot. You, sir, now you attack. Ha-ha! Now we're getting somewhere. Ah, they do have a cannon. They have a cannon back in the town now. So we have to bear that in mind. We have our own cannon. Yes, we do. So that's 2 turns to get to that position, so I suppose that's probably a good one. 5 turns away. Well, hopefully we'll have the Incans with us when it comes to that. Great General has been born. Yeah, so they got the Brandenburg Gate, which is kind of annoying. I wouldn't have minded that one. It's been quite useful. Get a military academy. We're not really building troops right now, but we will be before long. Yes, if you go ahead towards Tow Missile, let's just go and send these troops in that general direction. Didn't think I'd need all of them, but they've got a few more units than I've realised, actually. It's a bit irritating, all things considered. Yes, we'll continue to micromanage this situation, because I don't really... Yes, well, I don't want to do that. It's exactly what I just did. It's fine. It is all fine. Republic Ely can just continue to stand there. And we can continue with the war. And the war is pretty much over then, here and now. The great writer has come along at this exact time. Kumai deserves truffles, demands truffles. I think they deserve it too. They've done some great, lovely work for us. Ooh, 1700. Yes, that would be tempting. That would be tempting indeed. You know what, let's do that. Let's push us into the next policy. Because that would be grand. We can go into the 3rd tenant and a free courthouse upon any capture. That would be perfect timing. Lovely. Let's get ourselves an iron curtain. Because that is what Santa believes in. It's marvellous. What do you want for this chap here? I would suggest perhaps... I don't know. Let's just go for that. So you shoot that. You shoot that. Into this one first, importantly. We can go straight into there. Well, let's just puppet it, shall we? Let's just annex straight away on this occasion. It's only going to be a few turns. And we should get ourselves a courthouse instantaneously on this occasion. Now we can head into here. Gatling gun. Maybe on the rough terrain for your bonus. You likewise. Well, let's see if we can get peace before we... do I want him to pull back? I don't know. We'll hold back on that one. Cannons. Do your work. You, sir, walk in there. Lovely. And liberate it. And now we push them out. The Incas are now our friends. And yes, let us have embassy. That is perfect. You know what? I have lots of salt. Have some salt and some furs, sir. That will get you back on your feet. Yay! We have Machu. And it is free and it is ours. Yes, it is marvellous. Marvellous news indeed. So, I think then we want to get medic. Let's do that, but just do pull back, sir. That would be marvellous. And we didn't actually have to get any more troops. I didn't buy any troops during that little war there. This is ideal. So, let's get... oh, I don't know. I don't know what I want anymore. Factories are always useful. Let's just get a factory. It'll take forever, but it's not the end of the world. We did lose one ironclad over here just at the end, but it's not the end of the world. Now, Massacre has given us some lovely, 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 lovely nutmeg, which is perfect. We actually get 2. One for us, one to trade away. No one likes us, so we will be keeping them both. But that is just lovely, isn't it? Nutmeg is now under our control. We have cocoa and nutmeg. Oh, yes, we have jewellery for Christmas. Wine and silk spices. Furs, ivory, marble, gems, silver, gold, pearls. Oh, yes, things are rather marvellous, aren't they? I wonder if he wants peace at this point. I would rather hope he would. Where is Indonesia? Hello. Wow, they still don't want peace. We just took 2 of their cities simultaneously. And they still don't want peace. That is interesting. Well, it's fine. We're going to pull back at this point. Yes. Well, you stay there for the moment. We're fine. But yes, we're going to start pulling back, I think. You, sir, build yourself a lovely fort there. I think everyone is pretty much ready to war with us a lot. But in this time, we have built up our money quite nicely. We have a good bucket of money. We're gaining 130 now. We've really invested in our economy well as we build towards this little war. And I say little war because wars start when you like and they don't end when you like. This is kind of what we're finding right now. So let's get a frigate. And let's also get ourselves an ironclad after that. Because we are, yes, There's a boat over here and it's kind of annoying me. Kind of getting in our way a little bit, isn't it? Yes, yes it is. So, if you sirs come over in this direction, it'll be fine. Since you get back into our water, you heal up, you sir move into there very soon. We have ourselves a lovely cavalry who can go and help deal with this bit over here. That is just marvellous. Yes, so this continent is very much ours now. Didn't really plan for this city, but of course, because it is one of the Indonesian settlements, it gets the nutmeg, and it becomes kind of like a capital. So we couldn't raise that anyway. I don't think we could anyway. Either way, we're going to have to come up with a new name for it, because we have just settled Dublin over here. We have renamed our city up here, Shiny Things, because of course we have pearls. So I feel like we need a good name for some of these. Mazakar, Nutmeg. It's just the town of Nutmeg, to be honest. I think that'll perfectly well do. The town of Nutmeg. Lovely. Well, it could be the town of Rice Pudding, but I suppose it isn't such a classic thing, is it? Right, what else is there? Oh yes, the town of Bubble and Squeak, my favourite. Technically Boxing Day, but we'll take it. Bubble and Squeak. Yes. Oh yes, that is marvellous. I'm pleased we've got that now. This one's an interesting place. Quite a good place for a city in many ways. We actually already have gems, of course, but between the aluminium, oil if we get it, more oil, bananas, cows, a couple of heritage sites. Oh, I think it's quite a nice spot, so we're going to get some good culture from there, potentially. We're going to do a new city here as well. I think on this river, we'll get the sugar straight away. Plenty of river tiles. I think we're going to be over here so we can get some of these hills eventually as well. So this will be marvellous. Be careful, actually. Yes, we lost an archer over here to Zanzibar. That was a bit annoying. That archer had a good little plod around in his life, but got caught out by the start of this war. Listen to have a lad in that direction too. But yes, I don't think it's worth building a city over here. If there was a single tile over here, I would build a lovely canal city. It would be beautiful, but unfortunately not. So I must say this is also quite a nice tempting spot for a city, but I'm not going to bother building anymore. The only other city I think I would build, maybe I'll build one down here just to get another coast for this little continent, but honestly I'm quite happy with what I have now. Yes, yes, the Ottomans have got themselves a little city here. They probably hate us a little bit. No, they're not too fond of us, are they? Let's see if they would like to trade at last. Sugar for fur. No, they don't like us anymore. The only people who like to trade with us are kind of, well, Venice are okay, and but they don't have a lot. And India, denouncing. India have been okay trading with us, but they're probably got a little bit annoyed with the whole war thing. Yes, that's obviously why we liberated Machu. It's going to help us in the vote in a minute. But also, yes, also it would have very much... actually, how are we looking at the Congress? 13. I'm on 7. They've got 3, so that puts me at 10. Okay. Now my spies... a few turns for civilians in Zanzibar, so I can't have a coup there just yet. Could do with a couple coups in their cities. I'm going to have to try and start pouncing at their various cities then. Who's their ally? Prague. No, you're Venetian. That's dangerous because that might be taken by Venice one day. So look out for their merchants. Mogadishu is theirs. The maritime isn't bad. Wouldn't mind that. Zanzibar, no, mercantile. Oh, I do like mercantile. Do we have jewellery already? I feel like we do. We do indeed. But there we go. Genoa. Mercantile as well. They've got a lot of things. Very nice. 192. 148. Gosh, they've made some good friends, haven't they? 156. I feel like they've definitely got patronage. I haven't got any patronage. Peace blocked, of course. 154. And Hanoi. Yes, this one's much more durable, but unfortunately it doesn't take it from them. So, Hanoi might be a good one. Might be a good one indeed. Yes, well, we'll get on that. But for now at least, we've done ourselves some good work. And we have, yes, pretty much set ourselves up with what we need going forward. The only thing in terms of resources now, one time from dynamite, well, right at the end of the war. Well, if they want to continue this war, we'll have artillery. That did enough damage with just the cannons, for Pete's sake. Yes, so the Nashvashan. I quite like that. Let's go towards land ships and that'll just cause utter madness. I need some oil though for that. So I have to look out and see where I can dig some up. Yes, here we are. 9 oil over here. I thought I had some. Where is my chap? Build a fort. Do I want that right now? Is that urgent? You know what, sir? No, you can come over. You can dig us some oil. Be perfect, perfect stuff. By the time that we're ready to be able to harvest that, I think we'll be able to build what we need. This guy is generally going to go build a city down here, isn't he? Whatever, whatever. I don't mind. I'll crush you if I need to. A bit weak, aren't they? Silly, silly chaps. Yeah, so you lads over there. Well, we'll see what else there is to do. We've done our lovely bit of warring to get us going. We've got nutmeg. We need to go and turn around these followers, though. That's a bit depressing, isn't it? Got some followers of whatever that mad religion is. But, yes, Christmas joy will soon be spread to the new world. All is fine. Domination has itself pat on. Very nice. Now, some oil over here. I must say, I feel like I'm going to have to protect my borders with these great generals at some point. But right now, perhaps not the time to put them put the citadels down. Although somewhere around here wouldn't be too bad, would it? Might annoy these lads if I actually take their land, though. Obviously, let's chop down the forest and we'll see what else there is to do. Gaj Mahada is ready to talk about peace. He has a lot of money. He also has cloves and pepper. So let's see if we can extort a good pile of money out of him. What will he do? I don't want your city, to be honest with you. What I would like is some money. Let's try 200. He doesn't want that either. About cloves and pepper. He will take it. Ah, well, that is good. He won't give us his money, but he will give us his lovely, precious Christmassy goods. Perfect. So, got ourselves peace with many, and many a city-state. That is marvellous. But yes, indeed, we have also got ourselves a couple extra tasty, wonderful things for Christmas. Bit of pepper, but importantly, cloves. We cannot have our lovely honey roast gammon. In fact, maybe that will have to be the name of our new city for in the new world. Yes. So, unfortunately, people, you do not actually have any claims to this land. No flag, no country. Ha-ha! Settle it out. Perfect. So, no flag, no country. Could be a good title, in fairness. Oh, it is sugar, though. Ooh, this is tempting. What do I call it? Well, let's call it gingerbread. Gingerbread. Because we've got the sugar now to make it. Here is the great city of gingerbread. I suppose we do need one more city. One more city, perhaps, just to fulfill all those name ideas. We will see. We've got a bit of conquering left to do anyway. So I think what we need to do for the rest of this is finish building up our factories and our hydro plants, because we are really getting quite powerful on that front now. We are, oh yes, we really are ploughing forward in terms of all of these things here. Population has fallen a little bit, but not the end of the world. We're looking pretty strong. Soldiers on 4, which not brilliant, but it's fine. I think we've got good capacity to grow on that front. And of course, our cannon over here can now get into artillery. We're going to go towards this. I always like the Neuschwaschen. What is this? The Neuschweinstein. I'm not fluent in German, as you can probably tell. No, I always like this particular one. I think, you know, a bit of happiness, a bit of golden culture, a bit of merchant points. You know, it's rather marvellous. I'm not quite sure where we're building it. It probably seems like a mistletoe kind of a place. Most likely, mistletoe's pretty strong on the old production and science, isn't it? Yes, look at all the production, gold and science. Not really big in terms of food, but it has enough. It has enough, especially with these little farms around the outskirts of the world. It is doing quite nicely. And I must say, nowadays, we do have a lovely town over here in Tomisl. It's just a shame we don't have the cotton from this dear town with the Ottomans over here. I'm not going to attack the Ottomans anytime soon. But certainly it is, yes, it is something that I need to think about, because when we do come to war with them, I need to take out the Ottoman town up in the north. Yes, so it might be worth us thinking about things like a barracks going forward. They obviously have the oil over here, which is what they've settled. This one little spot, the only spot they could have actually settled on. Doesn't bother me, as long as I kind of get this hill over here, or this little bit of plains by the river. That'd be grand, because, yes, they're kind of useful tiles for me being on the river. Especially if we can add a hydro plant later on. Great, get a monument over there in gingerbread. And of course you, sir, just hold your position. I think we are, yes, sorted with that war for now. We have sugar, which means we'll have the King Day for many of our cities. This is just marvellous. That will have pleased several of our city-state friends. Yes, Vilnius over here. Marvellous little place. Yes, we've convinced them to join us as allies. That will help. The culture, we are winning by a mile. We can get a trade route nice and easily. I think a cargo ship is soon getting pumped out over here at Kedgery. Yes, indeed. Perfect. Who else wanted it? Jerusalem. They are very strongly our allies now. They are very much in our pocket. They want... Oh, typical. You want a great merchant. I've literally just produced one of those. You annoying chap. Melbourne. Yes, Melbourne I wouldn't mind trying to take over. They want Christmas joy, do they? Yes, that might not be the easiest to do because there's an awful lot of pressure from other religions over here. Bit of an issue with that. But what I can do, where have I got myself? I've got my merchant over here. Yes, Levi Strauss. Conduct a trade mission. Keep Phillips on side. Give us a big bucket of money. So that puts them up to 156. Not too shabby. Yes. So we've just re-established our spies. Deirdre over here has gone to Ragusa. So Ragusa would be marvellous. I want to try and get them on side. Yes, Ragusa are... Wait, which one are they? They're up here, aren't they? Yes, Ragusa's over here. We are... Well, we're quite new with dealing with them. It's only 87 for the Indonesians. So that'd be marvellous. 2 of 1. We might be able to win that in time. We're not going to be getting treated for Mogadishu. That's just a bit annoying. But we can get on with that. Buenos Aires as well. Yes, Deirdre might be able to make a coup there. Deirdre's got a couple. Has got a second rank. Alwyn is going to Zanzibar. Now, yes, this is important. We can actually get a coup here at some point. I'm not going to go for it straight away. I can get Christmas Joy as well. So just before we get Christmas Joy, we'll make a coup. And then we can have a big flip over to us. That would be marvellous. Yes, and that... Ooh, that's not very good for the archer. No, there's a musketman there. We should probably get some units over this side that aren't old archers who just trek around. Let's get the camel archer or the lancer. No, let's get a lancer. Let's get Mr. Pillager over there. That'd be marvellous. Get there as quick as you can, sir. Marvellous, marvellous, marvellous. So, Patricutis declared war on Augustus Caesar. As is Venice. Okay. I think that might be the end for Rome then. Because they've already lost their capital, and if they're at war again, that's a big problem. Big problem indeed. But actually, that kind of suits me. Because then what I can do is I can wage war with Venice at some point and liberate Rome. Yes. I'm going to play the liberation game. It's going to be marvellous. Oh, yes. I've noticed. This is ridiculous. Look at all these ridiculous little cities they've plonked down here in Santa's Tundra. I mean, you know, Sweden, alright, it makes sense. I've kind of pinned you into the corner here, and there's some pearls, and there's a few hills, whatever, some fish. It's something, I suppose. But this, what is this, Germany? Leipzig, complete nonsense. There's nothing here. Can't even get to this fish. Absolute fools. And Dresden, not actually a terrible spot, I suppose. But it's not very good, really, is it? Doesn't even like there's any oil or coal or aluminium. I don't know. Maybe they can see nukes. Maybe they can see uranium, and there's some there. I don't know. We'll have to see about that. Oh well, we are building railways between some of our major cities over here, just so we've got this kind of main route here fed with lots and lots of tasty, tasty railways. That'd be marvellous. So let's keep going with that. In fact, we might as well chop down that forest while we're there. Get some production to tow missile. That'd be grand. Yes, we have our border quite fortified now. 5 forts along here. Bit of oil. Oh, we've just got that. I didn't realise that. Yes, actually, sir, you head over there and get the oil into our lands. Because we're a bit short on oil. A bit short on coal as well, actually. Because we never had very much coal. We've got a lot of factories in production right now. Which does mean that we're in a pretty strong position. Over here at Eknog, we have a little fortified border. Obviously, these are our allies because we brought them back to life. We have a great wall over here, which is going to help us. I suppose dynamite has been discovered, so it's not actually very good anymore. That's a good point, actually. I don't know if that activates when you get dynamite, or when whoever's attacking you has dynamite. It makes much more sense if they have dynamite for it to be activated then. I do have artillery, so at this point, if it's down to me, I will have lost it. But this artillery can, of course, shoot across these borders if he needs to. Got some infantry on the border. I don't expect India to be doing anything to me, but, you know, who knows. They have 10 coal. Maybe we can trade some aluminium for some coal, actually. 5 for 5. That's not even close to... That is absolutely a fair deal, you absolute fool. Well. Well. Oh well. Right, where are we in this game then? So, essentially, if we go to F9, you'll see that we are... Well, we're still kind of floating around first, second, third, fourth on everything, really. Population's down a bit. I'm not really worried about that. As long as science is top, that's the main thing, isn't it? Soldiers is pretty high, if only because we need enough soldiers to cover our borders. Because, yes, we've now at least got defensive lines around. We've got little plugs here and there. Casually, I'm a little bit worried about this one because I feel like the Germans are going to attack at some point. We never actually got this fort into our territory, so that's a bit of a problem. Having said that, with Germany, if they do want to wage war, they've pretty much given up 2 cities instantly. So that's a problem for them. Wouldn't surprise me if Sweden put another settler down like here-ish, actually. There's a couple oil they could grab, and I doubt they have any. No, they don't. They have a bit of iron, but that's about it. They don't really have very much at all, do they? How far are we off nukes and things like that? We're on flight at the moment. Let us swing up our charts here. Yes, machine guns. Yes, we're not far from machine guns. That'd be grand. That'd make a big difference to us. Battleships. Oh, yes. So, where are we going? At the moment, we're on flight. To be honest, I'm kind of tempted to go up this route at this point, actually. Destroyers, though. No, I know what. Let's keep the way we're going. We can get destroyers, and we can also get land ships. That might be very useful indeed. But yes, battleships wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But yes, we'll think where we're going from here. I suppose we are largely going down the weapons route, aren't we? We'll keep up our culture. We'll keep it high, but it's not really how we plan on winning the game. What we need, all we need to do to combat culture, we are top apart from Venice, and as long as we are ahead of them on the old naval military, then we'll be fine. They're probably beating us on that at the moment, but if we go down destroyers and battleships, then they will be absolutely, well, they'll be ruined. Insert rude word here, really. They do have planes, though, which is what we're on right now, the Germans, which is interesting. Yes, they've seemed to have done this all over the place. Duisburg and Hanover and Bremen. Then more over here, Dusseldorf. There's something over here on the little island or something. I don't even know that island. Ridiculous. Oh, well. They seem to be everywhere, and I can see the Indonesia are up on this island. They haven't landed over here, though, which looks like the most delicious spot, I must say. But maybe they know something I don't. The AI seems to have an idea, magically, that uranium is around. You'll probably find that there's uranium in these spots and not over here or something silly. Anyway. Yeah, so we are working on getting ourselves set on a couple wonders. We have just got some roads built between these cities. I won't upgrade these to railroads. I don't actually need to be linking those with railways, really. It is extra maintenance costs, so I won't really need to move my troops around super fast here, so it's probably not worth my while to do so. So I'm going to spread Christmas joy to call for Christmas and nutmeg, which would be marvellous. And otherwise, I think what we will do is just have a little plod around. Yes. Oh yes, I needed a job for this man. Well, they seem to have done absolutely nothing to any of the land here, because the Indonesians are useless, obviously. And with the fall of Antium, and thus with it Rome, we find ourselves towards the end of our episode. But we have just managed to trade some pearls for some incense, which, whilst it was our only pearls, has given us a few cities on We Love the King Day. I think there were 2 or 3 that wanted incense, so that's a pretty good deal for us. It also helps with Mombasa, who, to be honest, are probably not likely to be our friends anytime soon. It is certainly useful to get ourselves a bit of influence, because they are quite near one of our cities. Melbourne, that's decaying down. I'm honestly not going to be able to do religion over here anytime soon. It's going to be a bit of a waste. What else can I have? Cape Town. Yes, so good of gold tribute. That'd be marvellous. Well, we are getting a bit lower with them. Natural wonder. Interesting, there's still one or two around. Let's just have a little boost. And yes, Gustavus Adolphus is just making peace with random peoples. All is fine. Continue to build our pastures over this side of the world. So we are very much nearly there. We have the Kremlin in one turn over here in the South Pole. The Kremlin will be a lovely, lovely feature for our city. Just beautiful. Yes. So, what are we doing? We're chopping down jungle over here. So at the moment, this guy doesn't have an awful lot to do, does he? Where is he going next? Over to the deer. We'll get over to the deers then, sir, and you can sort them out. Indeed. So, yes, we are just having a little bit of an explore over in this side of the world. Once we get our man up towards Zanzibar, if we can convert them, this would be marvellous. We might need a great profit for that, though, because actually it's quite strongly another religion right now. Okay, we'll get another worker over here towards gingerbread. Let's get to a watermill, so let's get in there slowly. We have just about finished our factories around the world here, and I think we're getting towards the point where we're going to have some powerful production for the sea units, because all these cities here are going to be able to, well, for their size, 37 in production, pretty good. 24, not great, but it's something. 27... and nutmeg. Nutmeg is a bit weak at the moment. But yes, we are building up some of these. Then we'll be able to get ourselves some of our lovely, lovely destroyers and battleships to go and deal with Venice, who are obviously about to go and take Antium, and indeed are taking my city-states, well, very slowly. But they are gradually taking them with their great Venetian merchants. I can't speak. Ridiculous. Okay, I've already told you what to do, sir. Go away. So yes. We will we'll continue to protect our lovely, lovely seas from random barbarians. But by and large, we're in a pretty good position. Going to our F9. Literacy, we have actually dropped down a bit, so we're going to have to start focusing on our science a little bit more again. But we are just very close with the Ottomans. Now, what I need to do to deal with the Ottomans, I need to think how I can smash them. So when I have nukes, I will be nuking them, which suggests that I probably need a nuking base. Awesome beard can only shoot 10. Now Machu. Now obviously you're my friend at the moment. 2, 3, 4, 5, blah 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 blah. Actually, we probably could nuke them from Machu. Maybe from Tyre. We'll have to think about that. We might need a base. To be honest though, there's clearly more land over here, so we need to start exploring this area. Maybe I'll send my ship from up the north here. Yes, let us send Caravel over in that direction. I think I can come and defend our pearls. But you, sir, start swinging down. We need to kind of get ourselves over to Zurich and find out what is there. That'd be marvellous. We're a little bit lost with that at the moment. Yes, our archers over here is just exploring. That is fine. We can just ignore Mogadishu. And this lad over here is equally trying to just explore, see what's going on in that camp. Caravan! Marvellous. Marvellous, marvellous, marvellous. So, whatever trades can we do? Well, I wouldn't mind cargo ships, but what we might do is send some production over to Tomisl. Tomisl's not a bad city. Send some production, get this factory done. Then this can really become more of a powerhouse for us. It's an old capital. Obviously, it is not bad at all. This guy can fortify. We'll end our turn. Hopefully, we'll get the Kremlin. I don't think anyone else is actually order yet, are they? I can't remember. You don't find it on there. You find it on culture, don't you? Yes. Ideological tenants. No, that just takes it back to the same thing. It'll be a tourism victory or something like that, won't it? Culture overview. Influenced by player. My culture. Great works. Culture victory. Ah, yes, here we are. Order. Yes, it's me and Venice are order. That's right. So yes, I've got to beat Venice to it, but it's too late to influence that now. Indonesia are very happy indeed, aren't they? Interesting. The Germans aren't, so it's worth bearing that in mind in terms of our deals. Yes, they seem to play a hard bargain when it comes to deals. Ooh, minus 19. We can cause them some big problems. Maybe I shouldn't have given them any pearls. Oh, well, it's fine. It will do for now. Yes, I have actually managed to get one great work thing sort of set up. They might have some interesting things. It might be worth swapping at some point, but I don't feel like diplomacy really exists in this game at this point. I've done a little bit too much killing. Even if I have liberated one people's. At the moment, though, yes, Solomon's actually quite friendly again, so maybe we can do some more trading. But I think he has 74 iron! By Jove, that is slightly ridiculous. Yes, I don't really have an extra thing to trade for him, which is a bit of a shame, because he's friendly now. But oh well, we'll end our turn, and before we end this episode here today, we will see ourselves get our lovely, lovely Kremlin. And if Venice get it, then they're going to die with these destroyers and battleships very, very soon. Ja, Deutschkap. Come on, Kremlin. Yes! Plus 50% production for armor units and a free social policy. The Prophet Muhammad, what a perfect man to quote for the Kremlin. The law is a fortress on a hill that armies cannot take or floods wash away. Yeah, so this means that our capital can obviously pump out armored units when we need them. That is what we would like. I'm tempted by getting a bit into patronage, but honestly, probably better off just doing it this way at this point. Workshops, factories, solar, nuclear, and hydro plants. That's absolutely brilliant, that one. Let us go for that. Yes, young pioneers. Perfect. We've got some young elves to help us now, which is just beautiful. Up to 62, yes. Obviously, that contributes towards our lovely, lovely golden ages. And do we get extra signs from happiness? I can't remember where that comes from. Maybe that's a freedom tenant. I can't actually remember. Oh, did we reach that naturally as well anyway? Yes, we did. Oh, brilliant. So, we can do a bit more as well. So, this one's probably pretty good for us. Production for mines and quarries. Yes, we probably won't be able to see that on the top screen quite as well. But that would probably add to production in our cities quite nicely. Perfect. We're getting through those tenants pretty well. 5 turns to the Second Council of Jakarta. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Well, I'm hoping next time we convene for a world leader, I'll be able to get myself as leader. I've got 8 at the moment, but 3 as well from Patrick, who will back me. I'm getting better, and I'm trying to overthrow some of his city-states gradually. So we'll get into that. Get to that indeed. I think we'll get to that next turn when we start to get our religious men over towards, what was the city over there? It was this one up here, wasn't it? Zanzibar! Oh yes, Billy Joel will be very happy about that. Marvellous. Okay, so we will pretty much leaving it here for now, ladies and gentlemen. But on the great news that gingerbread has finished its water mill, which is just brilliant. We can churn out all the more dough for the gingerbread. I shall leave you. But there we are. What do we need? Let's I don't know. The city's kind of just useless. You know, just get a granary. Granary is always fun. Right. Anyway, I will leave it for now, ladies and gentlemen. Next time comes, well, a bit of a science race. Science race as we plot how we're going to take these capitals, because we need to be smashing them pretty soon. We will hold them for Germany. It's pretty near our capital. We can swarm that near the end if we need to. Rome is there for any time we want. Venice, it might be next time, the end of next time with Venice. We might smash them with all of our boats. Yes, we just smash them up. They're kind of annoying me, although they are order, so they're my only kind of ideological friends. But I think we might be causing revolutions pretty soon. As for these chaps, I think we might need a staging post. I don't think there's a random city spot I can plant anywhere. Just for a nuke. I could put one right there! I could do that just for a nuke. That could be brilliant. That would be quite funny, wouldn't it? We could try. We could try. I don't know. But we will ponder that next time, ladies and gentlemen, because for now I will leave you. This is Santa. Tally-ho, and bye-bye. Welcome to the strangely Irish edition of Star Trek Armada 2. Anyone want to finish off this board cube? It's not going very well for us. Beam, 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 beam. I want you in my room. The card is talking from the deaf.
We've lost our best hope of stopping the war.
No, it's happened again.
We have failed.